Alright, so we're at the arena. As I said, I didn't want to be. Gonna not mess around with some intros today, but we're gonna show off a few things here. Mainly, how to fight in the arena. And what we have our setup here. Yeah, I won the Illumina. Basically, you bet the Ragnarok, you get this sword, and there. Now you see, if you have this setup here, the Ragnarok will work for this. Or any sword, really, where you have a magic block, I think, of 138 or more. Essentially, you will be near invincible in the arena. There are very few things that can actually damage you. And this is the setup, the easy setup to go with there. White cape, Zephyr cape. There you go. That is essentially a bug in the game. The evasion stat, where it says evade percent, that doesn't work. Everything relies on your magic block. And whether you take a physical attack, get a spell cast on you, most abilities, anything. Now basically, arena battles are one-on-one. You get to pick an item from your inventory here, and you bet it, and you can actually, you fight in the arena. And if you win, you get whatever item is the bet item for this item you bet. And if you lose the item that you had. You can't actually get a game over from this. Some notable items that you can do here is, let me find it. You can turn ninja stars into tack stars, which are the ultimate throwing weapon, and I'm pretty sure you can turn shurikens into ninja stars. The imp halberd right here, these things that I won off a bunch of the dragons or the dinosaurs in the dinosaur forest, you can turn into a cat hood, which is a pretty decent piece of headgear. I think only Realm can actually equip it. If you bet the cat hood, you turn that into what's called a merit award, which is a relic that allows, basically, here's the cat hood. It picks up all possible G. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing you get more money. You can turn that into this thing, a merit award, which basically takes off. You give this to a character, and they can then equip anything except like the character-specific relics, like coin toss and whatnot. Some other notable things: if you bet an assassin knife, it turns into a sword breaker, which is a pretty decent dirk. If you have the Gradius and like the stunner, it's useless, but it's possible there. You can turn crystal swords into enhancers. You can turn the crystal orb we won from one of the dragons in the tower into another gold hairpin if you want. You can turn your gem box into an economizer, which is essentially a better version of the gold hairpin. It reduces your MP cost to 1. However, you can only get 1 gem box, so don't do that. And you can steal economizers from an enemy. I'm not going to bother to do that, because, I mean, with Osmos, I don't need to worry about MP anyway, so it's not really all that... It's not really all that necessary. The suits... where are they? Like, the Behemoth suit, the Tabby suit, essentially, they go in like an order. You turn a Tabby suit into a Moogle suit. You turn a Moogle suit into what's called a Nutkin suit. I don't know if I still have one. I don't think I do. And you turn Nutkin suits into more Genji armors. So if you have a couple of these things, you can actually turn them into, you know, the best quote-unquote heavy armor. I wouldn't really recommend doing that more than once, because it's kind of unnecessary. Okay, what else is there? If you have a Tintinabar, which is that relic that recovers HP with each step, you can turn this into another experience egg. I believe there are 3 of them in the game. I only have 1. But there's 3 possible ones in the game that you can get, so you can actually have 4 experience eggs and level grind your butt off. There's the experience egg. What else? A couple things turn into tortoise shields, which I think are just really good shields. I'm not going to bother doing that because that douche casts Flare Star and I don't want to deal with him. Okay, the other thing is you have the suits that can turn into Genji armor. You also have you can do your shield runs, which is an ice shield will turn into a flame shield will turn into a thunder shield, and a thunder shield will turn into another Genji shield. You know, normal stuff like that. If you have the Serena gown that you've been holding on to forever will turn into a Minerva plate, which is quote-unquote the third one you can get, because... Which I don't know why it's possible, because you get one that was supposed to drop from the Pug, which didn't. You get one in Kefka's Tower, and you can do this one, but there's no point, because only 2 characters can equip it, because it's a female only, and Realm can't, for some odd reason. That's about it. Let's actually demonstrate a battle here. Let's try to get a Tortoise Shield. They should have enough imp armors. Yeah. Against Rios here. And we'll put in Sarah. I'm not doing anything. This is all random. See? Blocked. Runic. Why? Why? Blocked. Please cast something. Oh, thank you. I don't know if this is going to work. You can cheese this by essentially picking a character that has, like, yeah, there's no point in doing this. It's only slightly better than the Force Shield. Oh, I mean, yeah. There's no point in getting these. I think it's part of the Imp setup. If you have an Imp Halberd, a Tortoise Shield, an Imp Armor, and an Imp Cap, and you put it on someone who is Imped, it's like the Onion Armor from Final Fantasy III. It just does a ridiculous amount of damage. But anyway, that is the arena. Aside from turning the Ragnarok into the Illumina, getting a cat hood, the Minerva plate to replace the one that I missed, and I think I traded in to get a gold hairpin and another Genji armor. Aside from that, I didn't do really anything. And I did a couple ninja stars into tack stars so I could have some tack stars. But now we're going to work with my man Dilly and lore. Let's see, how many spells did I have left to learn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I had 7 spells left to learn. So let's go show them off. Okay, we're paused because this is a battle on the island where you start the World of Ruin, where the enemies that have 1 HP and are poisoned. And what we need to do is that little trilobite looking thing, not the squirrels, is called an Earth Guard. And if you sketch him, he will teach you Big Guard. Now, obviously, because they only have 1 HP and are poisoned, you kind of have to do this fast, which is why the game's still paused. Please work. Thank you. Now, see, the thing about lore is that you don't actually have to... You don't actually have to have the enemy cast the spell. If Sketch or Gao casts the spell, you learn it anyway. So there we learn Big Guard. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, we're fighting the Harpe, which is an item outside of or an enemy outside of the area by Daryl's tomb, and it will teach you Arrow. That thing we just saw that guy do. And if you sketch that, you learn Arrow. Not too spiffy. The next one is inside Daryl's tomb, or in the Kefka's Tower if you really wanted to. So let's go take a look over there. Okay, I apologize. Stupidly, I was trying to shift save state around for that battle with the boss that I skipped, that I talked about in the last episode. And I apparently never actually saved the state where I learned Sourmouth, which, you know, Bad Breath. You learn it from Marlboros. They're called Mad Oscars. They're in Daryl's tomb. They're usually with a flower. You kill the flower, they'll use Sourmouth. Done. I think you can also sketch them for it, but I'm not sure. But here is essentially the enemy that I was talking about before, called Dark Force. Dark Force can teach you every blue magic spell except 2. Grand Train, and 1 you have to learn from a statue. So yes, literally the last blue magic spell is right before, like, the final like boss gauntlet. It's kind of ridiculous. But every 7 turns, they have a chance of casting either a move called Quasar, which I did manage to learn, or a move called Reflect, question mark, question mark, question mark, which just, I didn't manage to learn, and I gave up after like 2 hours. And all it does is it inflicts dark, mute, and slow on somebody with the Reflect status, and I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed accurate. There's also another monster. Oh, he cast Roulette, that's why he's dying. There's also another monster here called the Didalos, which is a dude in a chariot. He will cast it if you have somebody with Reflect, so I'm going to see if that works now. Okay, that's 2. And then if you sketch him, you will do either Clean Sweep or level 5 Doom. And since they are a multiple of 5, level 5 Doom will kill them, so that's why I can't do that. Simply waiting for... Oh, there's level question mark Pearl. I was not going to learn this off this guy, but apparently I am. So that is not where I actually learned that spell. I will show you where I learned that spell, a much easier way than waiting for this idiot to cast it. Song, don't think you can learn. Imps everywhere, man. Let's see if I can learn. If I can show off one of the 2 moves that he can teach you. Lexi's Reflect wore off. There's pretty much a room in the dungeon that once this battle's over, you will see that you can run. He blocked it. Wow. Oh, and Exploder. That's another thing, because they can cast Exploder, and that kills them, and that's going to murder me. But level question mark Pearl, which sucks. I did actually I learned Quasar from that guy. This is the room that you will run into those 2 quite frequently. And the sad part is that one of them, more often than not, will cast Roulette. And, you know, either you're going to lose a party member or it's going to kill one of them. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, but that's where the Dark Force are. If you run into a monster called Didalos, I did not when I was doing this before, so... If you know where it is, then please feel free to leave a comment and what room it's in so that people can know to go hunt this monster down to learn Reflect, question mark, question mark, question mark. But okay, we're going to go to the other place that I actually learned level question mark Pearl, and that is right here with Enoch. So let's show off the one spell I got that wasn't level Pearl, which was Quasar. Really? You can't sleep on yourself? Please just smack her and wake her up. This is one of the 2 moves that Dark Force can cast on his 7th turn. Doesn't do a whole lot. I hate Snowball. Let's just heal. Please don't hit Realm. You son of a bitch. I wonder if this can get rid of it. To be honest, I'm probably showing these monsters too early. Because... Oh, geez, really? I hate you so much. And does that as a counter. He should be. There we go. As soon as Realm gets off her ass and I can use her again. This is turning out well. Things I do for blue magic. Do I have to kill her? I think I will have to kill her. Oh, I'm sorry, Rose. I don't mean to do this to you. If he does that freaking frozen thing again, I'm gonna be upset. I need to heal myself so I don't die. Ugh. Thing is that if I don't learn, reflect, question mark, whatever, on my actual, like, run through the final dungeon, see, this is where you're gonna level question mark Pearl. If I don't learn it on the thing, I'm not gonna bother. The last spell is from one of the final bosses, so I'll learn that, you know, no problem. Which means he might end up with a one spell missing, because right now he should have two. Yeah, the reflect, whatever, and force field. But other than that, it's all the blue magic in the game. So yeah, I hope you paid attention. If not, there's a good lore gaining guide on GameFAQs, which basically tells you step by step when is the easiest and most convenient way to learn any lore in the game. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. Stay tuned next time for the final dungeon, or at least part of it, however far I get. And then, again, Final Fantasy VII is coming, so call out your names. Dilly picked Red 13, so that one's taken. And obviously the three ladies are taken, so, you know, get them in while they're hot. I know not many of you actually give a damn. If you don't, you might end up being somebody you won't like. I don't even know what that means. Anyway, I guess have a good night.